You was lying to me and acting that the whole time. You had your own thing going on the whole time. Thinking it was me and you, but I was on my own the whole time. Whole time. You want whole time. Won't get no more time for me, cause now I see just who I be and the light that I bring to the function. Get it jumping, yeah. Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, the whole time, the whole time you have my mind in the palm of your hands, you don't have one. Okay, so boom. I was making this beat or whatever, right? And y'all probably not gonna believe me, so I was listening to some music. And I was like, dang, what can I do while I'm listening to this music? I don't wanna go scroll on my phone. I don't wanna go scroll on Facebook and Instagram or nothing. And so I ain't wanna actually do nothing else. So I said, let me hop on FL and just start clicking stuff in while I'm listening to something else. So when I was clicking stuff in on FL Studio, it was on mute. But these are the exact patterns that I put in. So I actually made this on mute. But after I heard it, it sounded good. I had like a little drive. I just changed out the sound for the little horns. I changed out the horns because at first I had like I had a sax, a muted sax right there. And I changed out the little in the beginning. When you hear that, I changed it. It was a little clavinet thing. I don't even know what they called. I don't even know what they are, to be honest. Is it a piano or something? But I changed that out for some bells. And so the piano stayed the exact same. Hi-hat stayed the exact same. Snare stayed the exact same. Can y'all believe I put them chords in without even listening? It's only 2 chords, but they doing their job though. I didn't know how it was gonna sound. But when I pressed play on it, it was like, okay, this sounds good. And I ain't changed nothing. Pattern wise, I didn't change nothing. But I did change 2 of the instruments out, and that was it. So yeah, I'm proud of this. And it's just kind of flowy. It's kind of emotional, I don't know. It just make you wanna. I don't even want to put no drums on it because it's just fun. But I might just put some drums on it for the sake of the video. Let's see. I think this is where the boom bap drums will come in, or like some lo-fi drums will come in. But to be honest, I haven't practiced that much. I haven't. I ain't gonna lie. When I make beats, I just be going off a straight feel, like especially the drums. I don't try to put in no particular patterns or nothing. I just go off of it. Feel like it should be here, so I put it there. And then there's a thing, creativity. In order to be creative, you have to be free. I understand there are blueprints and formulas in front of us to do things a certain way. But if you want to be special, if you want to be the one that stick out in the crowd, you have to be creative, which is scary sometimes because as you're making it, you thinking, man, this don't sound right, because you're referencing, okay, you comparing it to somebody else's stuff. By you making your stuff, you thinking about how it should sound stacked up against everything else that's out there, which then push you into that box. You pushing yourself into somebody else's sound and what somebody else created, rather than being okay with your mess. If you make something that don't sound good, say this sound like a mess, but I like it. It don't have to be conventional. It don't have to be traditional. It don't have to be the same formula you heard. It don't have to be smooth. It don't have to be none of that. It just gotta be what you actually feel, and like just be what you actually feel and what's actually you. Because to be honest, I'm in a moment right now and making music where I feel like I'm finding my sound. Like I'm actually finding my sound. I haven't found it but I'm in the process. I feel like because before, let me say it like this, before I had no clue like I was just making stuff. But the more I'm starting to make stuff, the more stuff that I'm liking more, the certain effects that I'm liking. I don't feel like it came all the way out, but it's like it's actually coming out now, and I'm not just making stuff. The sounds is actually coming out now. So that's where I'm at right now. And sometimes I do judge my stuff. I mean, I think it's natural, but that's a chain we have to break within ourselves and within our minds in order to create freely and in order to put our very own imprint on the things we create and not just be a copy of everybody else. So yeah, do I want to put some drums on this? Let me see. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself, cause you're really the judge. Nobody but yourself. Be yourself, cause you're really the judge. Nobody but yourself. Oh, yeah. Let your light shine. You divine, made by the hands of God. Oh, yeah. You make the trends, make them rise your way. Don't follow the hype, follow the crowd. Be yourself, be yourself. Be yourself, be yourself. Be yourself, be yourself. How you want the bag, be yourself. That's how you get the wealth. I know you want the bag, but be yourself. That's how you get the wealth. I know you want it fast, but be yourself. That's how you get the wealth. That's how you get the wealth. There really is the wealth to tell you the truth, to be free in everything that you do. That's the real wealth right there. Trying to get to the wealth first to be ourselves, but we gotta be ourselves to get to the earth. Can't have no fear. Got the Tyler Creator blow on the beat like the bird. So yeah, be yourself. You always come in first place when you run your own race. Be yourself. You always come in first place when you run your own race. Be yourself. I like that. Then you always, hold up, I messed up what I said. Say you always first place when you run your own race. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. In the drink. Be yourself, can't be nobody else. Be yourself, can't be nobody else. Be yourself. Break down everyone inside of you. Hey, you cannot conform to nobody else. Nobody else, gotta be yourself, can't conform. Can't conform, take up the uniform. Say what's your name, what's your aim, and what's your goals. Yeah, you should know, be yourself. Be yourself. It's so scary sometimes, I can't lie. Because you look in the world and y'all don't look alike, so you stick out like a sore thumb. But you wanna fit in cause it's so fun. But you gotta be yourself if you wanna be the one-on-one. If you really want the greatness, that's all it really takes is be yourself. Face your fears and be yourself. Stop trying to be everybody else. Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. Can somebody teach me how to use auto-tune? But with the, well, I can learn on my own. But with the picture, FL Studio plug-in. It's simple to me. I just play around with it. I don't know the specifics. I just play around with it until it sound alright, and then I go with it. Let your light glow, let your light show. Can't be like Moses, cover your face, cause don't nobody understand you. Be yourself. Don't be like Moses, no. Don't cover up your light, you gotta shine. Be yourself, yeah, be yourself. Be yourself, be yourself. And what's really the restraint, though? This is a real question I got. What be the restraint? Like, it's not other people. We think other people. I'm gonna speak for myself. I be thinking that other people be judging me a certain way when I do certain things, but nobody even said nothing. So that lets you know who is the judge. It's you. And here's the thing, we have to kick the judge out of our own mind. Hold on, look. Boom, y'all see that? No snakes allowed. Okay. So why did I create these shirts? And I'm not selling these shirts or nothing. I tried to at one point, but but the whole idea behind it is no snakes allowed. And part of that is like, it came from the Bible, actually. When Adam and Eve got deceived. If you don't know this, it's in Genesis chapter 3. Genesis chapter 3, all right? If you want to know the whole story, read Genesis chapter 2 and chapter 3. But, so, look, the man and the woman, Adam and Eve was in the garden, and it was a serpent that came up to Eve, and basically the serpent deceived Eve and told her to, if she ate of the fruit, she would be wise and it'll be good and she would be like God and all this stuff. So she ate of the fruit, and after that, there was the fall of man. Okay? But the whole premise about it was no snakes allowed. It came from the garden because the Satan or the devil was represented as a serpent, and he was the voice that made Eve fall. And when I say no snakes allowed, it's the voice. What are the voices that you are allowing in your mind? Whether it's insecurity, whether it's doubt, whether it's the judge. What are the voices that you are allowing in your mind? No snakes allowed telling you who you are and what you're not, what you're capable of and what you can't do. No snakes allowed. So yeah, that's why I asked, like, what are the restraints in being yourself? Like, you feel like you're gonna be weird, you feel like you're gonna stick out. That's part of it too. And a lot of us, and that's why I say you have to be free in order to create, because if you're always worrying about how the crowd is going to accept you, then you will never do it the way that you really want to do it, because you held by your own mind. Basically, you held by your own fear of not fitting in, or being held by your own fear of not being validated. You have to be able to validate yourself. Like, if it sounds good to you, if you like it, you like it. And then I think that's what will connect to people even more, because there's a lot of artists out here. You don't like all the music you hear. A lot of the stuff you hear, you be like, that's trash. But then you'll be, and then you go look at the stats or whatever, and this person just popping. But you think that music trash, but they sell though. So yeah. Boom. Just like, use this as an example. When the Migos was coming up, everybody was talking about mumble rap, especially when they started coming up. But look, I ain't gonna say look at them now, or whatever. But y'all know the Migos is top top. They was kind of running it for a little bit, but and a lot of people when they was coming up, that's like moral route, but they still did what they did. So yeah, Yoself. I'm gonna get out here. I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. This has been what has this been? I don't know. Small talk with Lana. See y'all later.